Hi, do you know, I thought it was important to come back with a video and a response because I could see that we've had some feedback, if you like, based on the petition that has been signed by close to a 250,000 parents. Within it, there's a couple of things I wanted to pick up on because they're actually genuinely causes for concern. Now, the first thing is we can see quite clearly that the Department for Education doesn't know their own policy. Within the response, it says that schools have other days, like inset days, that they position at different sort of times of the school year, hopefully to enable us to secure time with our kids that aren't around peak periods. Now, the first thing is, are you trying to tell me that an extra 24 hours is sufficient for me to have a quality connection with and offer a diversity of rich experience with my child, an extra day? Why, thank you. But that's not quite going to cut the mustard, is it, for some families, an extra day? Secondly, coming to the point where you don't know your own policy, the new penalty fee structure, set to come into effect from August, clearly states that inset days are included. So, for example, if a parent might say, oh, hang on, there's an inset day on the Friday, so we can book off Monday to Thursday, we're not going to get fined. Wrong! Apparently the inset day is included, and off you go for your referral to get fined for an unauthorised absence, one of your 3 strikes before you're out and ferried off for referral to get a criminal record. Please, we get some clarity on that. Inset days, in or out of scope, please. So, gonna have to sort that out. The second thing is you speak about attendance data, and you speak to how the average child leaving school in year 11, should they have a fortnight's holiday, coupled with the average number of sick days they might have during their school life, will mean that their average student has missed a year of education. Now, you know how maybe sometimes people just bring out stats to big up their BS? This is one of those scenarios. That could well be true, but let's think about how that structure of time is spent. And actually, more importantly, what is the outcome of it? Now, our children are not failing. If you look at the GCSE attainment rates since the course of the year, and I think the data online goes back to sort of 2017 from what I could see a very quick glance during my lunch break, our children are doing remarkably well. Our pass rates remain remarkably high, and notwithstanding the fact, of course, they have suffered impacts through COVID and your investment. But let's talk about these compelling stats, because there are some, and I've done a bit of research. Did you know that in our lifetime, we spend 26 years asleep? We spend a year and a half on the loo. We spend 6 unproductive years dreaming, and 4 hideous years, I'm sure, spent sat in traffic. Compelling stats, compelling significant amounts of time, are they not? But do you know what? They amount to nothing. And clearly, you are not focused on what the outcome is and what it actually means for children to spend time with their parents. Am I saying that you should not crack down on parents that are genuinely having a negative impact on their child's educational attainment? Of course not. That has to be addressed. But we can see here, by age of 18, just 9% of our children's waking life is spent in a classroom. Don't get me wrong, teachers in this country, I mean, what you're doing with that 9% of our child's waking time is incredible. You are important, you are vital. But quite frankly, so is time with parents like me who want to afford our children a diversity of rich experience, whether that because it's dependent on budget or because, quite simply, we cannot take holidays that directly correlate with the school breaks. Think about that. The Sutton Trust, they clearly say in their research they're really important advocates of social mobility, and they say, generally, worldwide, education has not succeeded in improving social mobility. I'll read that again. Generally, worldwide, education has not succeeded in improving social mobility. You know what will? You know what does? Investment. So please, dearest government, Gillian Keegan and the Department for Education, don't create an attendance matters campaign and focus your authoritarianism in the wrong place. We don't deserve this treatment, we don't deserve criminal records, and our children deserve better. This is on you. This is all about investment. So let's focus our attention where it's really needed. And I'll have more to say about the rest of your response soon.